Hello, everyone. It's Uncle Bernsey again. I am actually today streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Uncle Bernsey on YouTube, Uncle Bernsey on Twitch. Follow both, please and thank you. For those that were here for the last stream, last time, I did not have my mic on. And that was sad, really sad. I had so many good comments. Definitely trying to engage the chat. Unfortunately, failed at that. But that's okay. Today, it says, slay the princess, but I mean, with a face like that, we gotta save her. I mean, I'd save her. I don't know about y'all. But today, we're going to try to save her. So let's load the game. We were at...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Right. So, for those that are new to this, we're trying to save the I'm trying to save the princess. The main point of the game is to slay the princess. Although we've already, in our adventures so far, seen that there's more than meets the eye. We're in a bit of a Groundhog Day situation, and we need more perspectives, as what the eldritch level creature that we've met told us before. So, let's continue the story, shall we?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Or so he says. And we've already kind of asked, what are we talking about? Let me see, forget it. I'm just gonna go with sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch a Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, I don't know. You're gonna see.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay. Hold on one second. I think this might even be our... Let me double check here. Is this one ours? So I reached it last time. Let me start from here. Yeah, I'll take that. This is the end of a run that we did before. Just know that she needs perspectives. Who is she? I don't know who she is. I don't know. But I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
I don't even know what you are. I'm just gonna say Eldridge because you're made of hands.
We will meet again.
And I die. Okay, so it did take us back to chapter 1. Cool. Cool.
You're on a path in the woods.
And we can skip this.
And
It's okay. Skippity doodah. Can't someone else do this? Okay.
That's the spirit.
Viva la Revolution.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this. Ignore him.
Yeah, we got through this part. Okay. So can I save her, though? I'm trying to save her. That's my whole point. That's the whole point we're doing here.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right. I've taken the blade each time. Let me just enter the basement without taking the blade. Let's see what that gets us.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, interesting. Because when I first started this up, if you come with the knife, it's like her tone and all that changes. But now here, like, if you just go without a knife, now she's acting as if, like, she's innocent or something like that. If you come with, like, the actual way to kill, oh no, y'all are fighting. That's what happened in the last one.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Someone's thirsty.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We're here to save her. We're not here to slay her. I want to say... lie and say, I'm here to save you! Or actually be truthful. I'm truthful.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Hi!
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Okay. Is it?
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
I see.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I can't make any promises. I'm sorry.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first. I'm going to actually examine the chains. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
For you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
A little tug here.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
No.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Or I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I'm just gonna go and check for the key. Because look at that. Look at that face. You gotta protect her. You gotta save her.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you, sis.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, come on.
Is someone else here?
Let me see.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay,
You
try the door.
but it's locked from the outside.
Alright.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Oh, hush.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, that's why we start on chapter 1 again. We have to, I think you can go down like 2 avenues of slaying the princess or saving the princess. So after this, there will be a chapter 2.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I'm sorry.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
And we're going to save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I mean, look at that face. You just gotta, wipe a little bit around the mouth, but Oh, no, I do not know what we are. All I know is we are something that is growing. That's all I know.
You cut into her flesh.
Keep cutting.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Okay.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Nope. We're not here to slay. Gotta warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I don't want to do this.
Your
It's
body
the narrator.
lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I am trying to resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Definitely isn't. It's the narrator.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Come on, my heart's on the left, not the right.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I mean, if it's for her, I'll do anything, right?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
I will say she's a good actor though, because she's got other personas in her, so.
Can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything
Okay.
goes dark. And you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what we did, because we did, when you try to save her, that was a new one. That was actually a new ending for chapter 1 for me. So I'm trying to let's just stay on the path of saving her for this run. Getting a sense of terrible deja vu. So we all know that he knows that, the narrator forgets what happens before, but we don't. I can't turn. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I believe every word she says. Yes, of course.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Oh, that's new. The voice of the smitten? Okay, so now I have... Okay. I got the voice of the skeptic before, but now we got the voice of the smitten. I'm here for it.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Power of love transcends all.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My
I do.
passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
All right.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
To save the princess.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But oh man, because there's like so many paths you can go with each one. Like I can take the blade this time around, but I'm gonna stay on the path of saving her. So let me talk
That's
about the mirror.
because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
There is a mirror. I'm looking right at it, man. Shut up. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her. We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Okay, let's approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
I think the mirror appears when you're gonna have a new perspective.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
It was there.
But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
And I don't need the blade. Enter that basement. She's harmless, innocent.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
It's a nice basement. You know, you got the little candles, you got the carpet, a rug, carpet. Either way.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Alright. Let's see what we got this time.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
Oh.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Oh, look, she got the tiara, she got a nice dress. I forgot what these are called, but she got a nice dress. I mean, we're making, and there's an actual like red carpet. Well, I'm gonna assume a red carpet. I think we're doing good. We're doing good.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
This guy.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Hey, girl.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Pure cruelty indeed.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
But look at her with the night sky. Actually, hold up. Let me do something on the side real quick, everyone. Okay, there we go. I mean, look at her. Just look at her.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Like the queen she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Saving the princess. Yes, we know. We get it. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? Let's see what we want here. Yeah, I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Someone told me I was doing my best. Oh.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Ooh, that's a good question.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I mean, there's that Eldritch person,
I
but
think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I mean, he got a point though. I didn't bring a knife. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Girl, what happened afterward?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Okay, my man. So, I mean, you wanna write a poem or something? Sheesh.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Of love. Narrator. Of love. Alright. No, I don't want the world in. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague. I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to all of them. Okay. I have no feelings. I mean, I'm gonna go with it. Like, nah. I'm full simping in on her. Let's get it.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Hey.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Oh, she's so precious.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out. But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy.
I keep forgetting because even the hero's like, I don't know about this one, but the Smitten's like, nah, we still in it. I'm still in it though.
By destroying the world? Apparently, yes.
You killed me. Okay, now I think that's just exploring. Why did you do that? Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Thank you, voice of the Spitten. That's exactly what I was thinking.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I mean...
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Probably gotta break a thumb or something like that so you can actually squeeze it through, but who...
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Now the hero's like, okay, I'm a skeptic now.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I wonder what would happen if you try to slay her while she's in this mode. Like, that's just like the trying many different ways, because I can only think about replaying this so many times. Oh, let's rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh shoot, I missed it. What does it say? No, oh, you'll what? Take over the body and okay.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
It's when he said titanic depths. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Hello, my lady.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
It actually slipped out.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, my princess. Anything for you.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Don't hate.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Because remember, in anime, love transcends all, across all universes. So we can even transcend her.
What do we do now?
Can we leave? Oh yeah, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
What do you think?
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Can we go frolicking in a field of flowers during the daytime, madam? I want you to tell me what you want. What do you want? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. I do want to end the world.
She's so adorable.
I just want to make you happy.
What was that? I know y'all hear that. Watch the music take a turn. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy. I'm screaming. Let me see. There must be something you want, but what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
She got the anime eyes now. It's like she got to put the big puppy dog eyes.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Yo, why is she... She's less detailed now. What's happening?
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
What is going on?
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
Oh, I got an achievement. It's
Like
all
we're
she
the only
wanted.
ones here?
Oh. Ah, we got a new perspective. You don't get the chance to ask her another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match.
So what would have happened if we just said, let's leave then, without asking questions?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's not the end of you, but it's the end for you, but not for me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Nah.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
At least we got a new achievement, so... Did something right. You approach the mirror, and I gaze into that beautiful reflection of me. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered, or you've withered. Oh. What is... Oh, I've withered. But in another one I grew. I wonder if this means something. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. And we're going to the cabin. And she should be there. Yep. You are at the cabin and shall approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Girl, I felt that, but these hands, though.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, I get that. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Streets bustle. I like that.
I am everything that you have known me to be. but I am also none of it.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me see. Everything you say feels like I read it. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Hey, you got it.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
So I just need to keep on getting different types of princesses to you. I got it. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so nice. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. I'm in.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Thank you, my anime waifu. I'm kidding. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Ah, I see. Okay. So I went all out last time to try to fight.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You know that at the end of all this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Okay. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I felt that. All right, so you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to grow or change.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Okay. And I can destroy my body or attack the entity. I've not done these yet. I'm not ready for that yet, though. I actually want to see what this brings with the entity. Oh, how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Keeps happening every time I die. Hey, an idealized vessel. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a path in the...
And we're skipping. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Okay. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Yes, silently. Okay, yeah. Right now the skipping is we're just skipping over stuff we've heard before. I think maybe start working. Okay, so we're in chapter 1 again. So if we just enter the basement, she'll be like the damsel in distress, but what if we betray her towards the end? I think that's another way. I'm gonna do that this time. I'm here to save you.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Yeah.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist. binding her to the far wall of the
Regardless of your
basement.
intentions, don't even try it. Okay. Hold on. Let's talk a bit. I'll see what I can do. Let's talk a bit.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name?
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Dear Lord, what's
Is
your name?
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Hell no. Okay, so is Princess your name? Ah.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
I mean, should we
Go
like...
back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I mean, can we go through to like chapter 2 and then betray her then? I think I want to try that. Or just betray her here and see what happens too. I think we can just betray her here. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Oh no, wait, because last time I kept asking questions and we got the idolized damsel. So maybe we can try to save her once again and then walk out the cabin. Let's do that. And then we can try it again. Okay,
You
I know
have
what I
all
want to
the
do.
explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Yeah, we're gonna save her. Keep her locked away. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. Examine the chains. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. And I can't believe they've been keeping you down here. I'm getting you out of here.
You're only making this more
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're making a... No. You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chain, they're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Yeah, let's skip. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. No. There's some way to break. She's going to start chomping.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here?
Yeah. And return to the bottom. Yep. Ah, because now we have the option to slay. But let's still save. And we approach the locked door. And I don't want to slay her here, so let's warn her. What? Oh, I can't resist now? Oh, that's terrible. Slay. Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
Well, I guess I couldn't. Oh, because I tried to lie. Dang it.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
Yeah, I couldn't click resist.
She pounces on
Oh.
you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Okay, we got the beast variant of her now.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
I mean, she got the... It's like she just went feral on us. Okay. That's a nice little... That's a new perspective, though, for sure.
Everything goes dark. and you die.
And then we head off into... Okay, so we're gonna go to chapter 2 now. We have to. Yep. Ah, the witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Yeah. Okay, no. Okay, no. Ugh. Okay, let me just see. But I already slew her. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? I just want to say, okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
I'm just trying to make it to chapter 3, sheesh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Oh, a new voice. The Opportunist. Okay, all right. I don't know how many new voices there are in this game, so, or in terms of like the ones that we can unlock here. So let's see what new perspective we can get this time.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Right. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Not really the second, but go on.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That is a good question, because every time we keep coming to chapter 2, there's always a different cabin. Well, the cabin looks the same outside, but the inside always changes.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions.
I mean, he is an opportunist, so he's just gonna say, look, he's gonna look at both sides.
What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Yeah, let's talk about this princess, though. Hold up a sec. All right, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go in, she will lie.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Hopefully. Should we try to save her this time? Because I feel like we're gonna get... Let me see what's the inside looking like.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, so we got the... Okay, so the last time we got to chapter 2, it was the damsel, which then we got the achievement for getting that perspective. So I think no matter which way we go, we're gonna get the witch, I guess?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot.
I mean, should I take the knife this time, or should we still go, like, let's try to save the witch? I mean, I'm into witches, but that's a whole other story. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade, and there's nothing... I could try the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or...
Right. Wipe it
You
clean.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I wonder if every time I go up against the window the mirror, that means it'll activate that perspective, but should I take the blade? If we're gonna be on the opportunist, maybe take the blade? Nah, she was dangerous last time. Let's
You
just
take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well,
True.
if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
It's very true.
That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
I don't like the basement this time. It's all earthy.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Okay.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I mean, you did last time. I'm not nasty. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Oh, okay, I guess it's good to have the knife.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
Okay, but what are we? That's my question. What are we?
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
This is true.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
What's she look like?
Thank you.
Ooh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
And there's always like a chain on the other side, or a chain that's not being used. Are you saying that we were the other person that were chained up, maybe?
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
He is terrible at it.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Stab, stab.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
No.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Girl, I'm sorry about last time. You know, we had some differences.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you, or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
If I'm in this situation, I'm scared shitless right now. I said, oh, well then.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Right. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I died last time, you didn't. If anyone here should be trusted, it's you. Look, I know, things got messy, but I think there's something bigger here than both of us. Yeah, we should team up. So we're at an impasse. Neither of us are gonna get anywhere if we can't trust, unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Leave with the princess. Give her the blade. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Ah. Slay the princess, slay the princess. Okay, so let's try. I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Right, okay. Why do I have the nagging thing you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out here? I died last time, you didn't. Yeah, let me see. I'm just going to say let's leave with her. But I still have the knife. I'll give her the blade. Let's see what happens there.
You... Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if, as do I? Abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
She could kill us without the blade. Yeah, never mind. That was such a silly idea. I'm not going to give her the blade. She clearly hates us.
Good.
Oh, have you decided to rescind your gesture? I wouldn't trust me with it either.
Okay, good. That would have been instant death. Okay, so Iodine. Okay, let's just leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
I still want to save you, girl.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
No, this is facts.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Okay, but if I walk behind her he's gonna take over my body again. So I guess I'm gonna have to walk out myself.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. You want us to turn around and kill her. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
I mean, she's gonna betray me. It's gonna happen.
Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Oh my god, don't jinx it, bro.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
I mean, we could have walked out of here together.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
He ain't wrong.
And yet here we are, paralyzed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Oh, I just noticed her other arm. So I think does she also have a broken back, or is it just me?
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
I mean, that's true. I can't get up. You broke my back. Help, I've fallen and I cannot get up. I was trying to help you out here.
Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't. But even more than I wanted my freedom, I really, really wanted to hurt you.
I do remember the violent route. Like she just said, it only exists for us to just hurt each other. I do remember that route.
And you know as well as I that by our very natures, only one of us could make it up those stairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
That's interesting. What is our very natures, though? That's my question. Only one of us would make it up those stairs unscathed. So that means only one of us can come out alive. Dang. We both can't come out at the same time.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned where she'd turn her back on us and I'd say, "Now stab her in the back! Do it now!" And then you'd say something like, "Wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us." And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. Why didn't you tell us your plan before we agreed to go first? Because then you'd have had to lie to her. And you're a terrible liar. That's not... Okay, that's actually a good point.
He does make a good, fine point.
It would have been a good point if it had actually worked. But it didn't work, did it? Well, it's not my fault that nobody listened to me. The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
Did we save the world?
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen?
Oh, there it goes.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
It doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Yeah, because she doesn't know about that other being either. There's 3 people, well, 4 people involved here. Oh, there they go. Nom 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 nom. You don't get a chance to respond. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's
Yeah.
that mirror again.
Of course you're scared. They're just gonna approach the mirror. We do this every time. I
This-
approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Feel small and distant as you approach. Let's gaze into that reflection. You've unraveled. I have unraveled. I've gotten grown, twisted, and unraveled. No, grown, withered, and unraveled. Okay. This is interesting. And we are in the long quiet. To the cabin. Let's see what she has to say this time.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Oh, you know the way to my heart. All right. Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Mm-hmm.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Okay. Do you think anything's real? So when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels have one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Probably. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. When I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. It's all he does.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
I didn't know I was coming to therapy. All right, what we got here? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1.
Oh,
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
ooh. One more. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Girl, okay. That's a fair answer though. So if this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I could just, and there's always the attack the entity and destroy your body. That is something.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
That's true. Is there any, oh, this is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you? So that means that's what chapter 3 must be then.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
That's true, okay. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Thank you. hero and the princess. Bring the witch to her, an untrusting vessel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to
Yeah. Great. All right, everyone. It's been really good. We're going to try to finish this up probably towards the weekend. I'm going to see this about Friday for sure. So come on Friday. It'll probably be close to 10 o'clock, or 10 o'clock Central like last time. And we'll try to finish this up unless there's more. If there's more, great. We'll just have a longer stream because it is the weekend. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Again, check this all out on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate y'all.